Hello everybody, welcome back. Omega Given here. We are now looking over some Magic the Gathering, but before all of you guys that don't care about Magic the Gathering go away, just remember we're going over Fallout in Magic the Gathering, which is pretty fun. Actually, to be honest, this is the second reason why I got back into Magic the Gathering. The first was Baldur's Gate. Once I heard that they had a Baldur's Gate set of cards, I'm like, wait, what? From the Baldur's Gate games or I guess lore? And it's oh, okay, that sounds fun. That looks cool, and I loved it. So I love that. I love the Baldur's Gate set, probably my most favorite set. And then now we have Fallout, and I gotta say I am enjoying looking through the Fallout cards. Not all of them are released yet, or at least as of making this video. And I found this card, and I thought I had to make a deck around this card. So this is Agent Frank Horrigan, which I think is from Fallout before 4. I came in Fallout 4. That's where I first started playing Fallout, and then I played a little bit of Fallout 3, not that much though. So this is probably Fallout 3, I imagine. Don't quote me on that, all you Fallout junkies that are more Fallout fans than me. You can burn me at the stake, I guess. I love Fallout though. So yeah, Agent Frank Horrigan, legendary creature. It's a mutant warrior, 7 for an 8/6. So what's so great about this guy? He's a very high costing guy, and I don't know, he's just he's pretty powerful, but it just costs a lot. Well, he has trample, and whenever if he attacked that turn, he has indestructible. So the last half of your turn, he is indestructible, which isn't that good because most likely people are killing him before he attacks. So yeah, he's basically that ability. I don't even know. It's just not that good, I guess. But whenever Agent Frank Horrigan enters the battlefield or attacks, you proliferate twice. So basically, I'm building this whole deck around proliferate and attacking as much as I can. So what I did with this deck here is I took him and I'm like, all right, well, what's good with proliferate? Infect. All right, what else is good against with proliferate? +1 counters. So you have two approaches. You can go just pure powerhouse, literally get as many +1 counters on him and or other creatures you have, and or do infect and give him infect as well, or maybe toxic, and just go ham at that. So whenever he attacks and when he enters the battlefield, maybe you can blink him. I don't know. I don't have blink in this deck though. It'll just proliferate up your opponents. So that's the basis of what I built this deck around. So like always, because this is Fallout, I added a bunch of the Fallout cards in here. Basically, any Fallout card that can be added to a black and green deck, which are out right now, I have added to this deck. I think I added almost everything besides 2 of them, which just didn't mesh well with the deck. And then after that, I think I had to fill in about 20 or so cards because it's a 100 card deck for a commander deck. So yeah, we had to fill in our 20 cards here to be able to make this a actual full-fledged good deck or decent deck. It's probably power 5, power 6, probably power 6, I imagine. But yeah, so we added bobbleheads for the fun of it because I love the bobbleheads. I don't know, this is a fun thing to me. We have Pip-Boy, which just adds a +1 counters onto the creatures, draws or untaps 2 lands. It's just a pretty good thing, just get some passive whatever stuff. We have Silver Shroud costume. This is really good. So you attach it, if you attach it to your commander here, it gains Shroud until end of turn, but the creature can't be blocked. So if you can get infect with this Silver Shroud costume, they can't block you, and you just literally infect them and just proliferate after that effect. It's just crazy. You do crazy stuff like that. If we keep going down here, we have some proliferate cards. These are some of the cards I've added. So basically, we just got basic 2 with some toxic proliferate. We got some more toxic and then more proliferate, some more toxic. Basically, if you don't know what toxic is, toxic and infect are basically the same thing. It's just that infect is direct damage to poison counters. Toxic is the amount of poison counters given. The damage is not to the amount of poison counters. That's basically the difference. So toxic is a lower form of infect. Infect is a little bit better, I think. I don't know, objectively, I don't know. But yeah, so you have some more of those cards. Then we have some counter cards here. So basically, you're gonna be putting counters on a lot of creatures, even those ones with toxic. I put this one in because I noticed that I didn't have that much of a reach. I need to get more reach for if somebody has flyings coming at me. So I just put this guy in here. So any +1 on it gets reach until the end of the turn. So maybe that'll help. Get some reach in my deck. I only have 1 of him, so hopefully if you're playing against flyers, you draw him, but else you're basically kind of screwed. You just gotta kill them faster than they kill you. We put this guy in here, just gets a lot of +1 counters, puts them in back and forth and stuff like that. We have a Hydra Horror in here because this deck is also subtly, other than the infect counters, the Fallout side of this deck, like the half of the Fallout cards are kind of more around mutant and horror kind of like stuff. So I just saw that and I'm like, oh, it's +1 and it's a horror subtype. Then that's pretty awesome. So I added that. We got beast mutant, so I added this one in here, just +1s. And this is from the Fallout. Oh wait, no, this is not from the Fallout series. I thought it was from the Fallout series. Yeah, it's not from the Fallout series, but it's just +1s. All right, we got some protection cards. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Basically enchantment aura. So like some of my other Fallout decks I've been making, this is also a subtle undertone of enchantment and artifacts to like help beef up your infect and whatever cards. So this one's to give, you know, your commander toxic, which is pretty awesome. And also return the battlefield if he dies. So that's pretty awesome because he's a high cost commander. We got some protection stuff, champion's helm, you know, hexproof, stuff like that. Deathclaw, you know, you gotta add some of these guys, which are from the Fallout series. Basically menace trample, big guy, just big guy. Horn Rancher, get some ramp up there, I think. Yeah, since you're gonna have some high power guys, he's gonna add a lot of stuff to you, so a lot of ramp there. With the proliferate, I of course want to add every single mutant / horror card. Zombie cards too, I guess, are included in that have rad counters. I can't wait till they release the Mothman set, but we're gonna have rad counters here so you can proliferate people's rad counters. That'll be fun. So rad counters, if you don't know what it basically is at their first pre-combat phase, which is the first main phase, I believe. You basically have to that person on their turn has to discard the top, or no, reveal the top card of their library. If it's a land, it goes to the graveyard. That's it. Keep the rad counter, I believe. And then if it's non-land, then they lose a life and they lose the rad counter. So basically, they keep losing life or I guess I don't know. They keep discarding a million at the top of the card of the deck, basically. But something like that. It might be reversed. I can't remember which one. But like that's a super fun like thing. It's just like to irritate people that they're just ratting their hand and also losing some life in the meantime. You know, get some artifacts here, get double strike, stuff like that, which is great. We have Hancock, Ghoulish Mayor. He's from the Fallout series, basically giving +X to all zombies and mutants. Awesome. We have Scourging Deathclaw. I believe this is actually a recreation of another card, but just has like, you know, amount of cards in the graveyard is like the toughness of him. This guy can pull out some artifacts from your graveyard if you accidentally lose something that you really want to get back. This is I put some draw cards / other cards that maybe give poison counters to people besides combat. So if, like, for example, you're trying to attack somebody, or if you can't attack somebody because you want to maybe play defensive, you can at least put poison counters on them some way and then proliferate like the next turn, or proliferate after you put poison counters on them so they have poison counters to proliferate. Guardian Project is a solid one, just pulls stuff out of the graveyard, I believe, right? Yeah, something like that. Abundant Growth, we got to get some ramp in here. This is all our ramp stuff. Black Market, solid one. Actually, I wonder if they might just reprint Black Market and put it in the Mothman deck. They might do that. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We got some other cards that just, like, you know, just get some ramp. Okay, I had to put Earthcraft in here. Why I put Earthcraft in here? Yes, it's a $100 card. So this deck is not really this. Definitely don't buy this deck, but I put the Earthcraft in here because they added another squirrel nest. And if you don't know what that means, that is an infinite combo. Yes, Earthcraft and squirrel nest make an infinite combo of infinite tapped squirrels. I just had to do that. So squirrel nest. I think we can find it. Right here, squirrel nest. So you enchant land. Whenever that enchant land you can tap that enchant land to create 1/1 green squirrel token. And then Earthcraft, if we could scroll back up to that Earthcraft, it taps an untapped creature you control. So you tap that squirrel to then untap your basic land, and then you create infinite tapped squirrels. So kind of a fun like little gimmick I threw in this deck just because I'm gonna put Squirrel Nest in this deck because it's a Fallout, or it's a reprint with a Fallout like theme over it. So I just threw that in here. Got some other stuff. Got to get that rant because our commander costs a ton. Really a lot. We got Animal Friend because, you know, apparently there's another subtle undertone of squirrels in this, so you might as well have that. So we got some squirrel stuff. Strong Back. I love this card. I think this card's gonna be pretty OP, to be honest. So equipped abilities you activate that target enchanted creature costs 3 less to activate, or spells you cast that target that enchanted creature costs 3 less to cast. Basically, you can just equip for free, basically, for whoever is enchanted with a strong back. And that strong back, and that creature also gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. So in the equipment/aura decks, that guy's gonna become big. So basically, you can almost one-shot anybody with our commander if he gets infect and strong back, because he's now at 10/10, and with infect, that's literally instant kills. So you can instant kill people if you can. All right, well rested, also awesome aura. Whenever this creature becomes untapped, put 2/+1 counters on it, and you gain 2 life and draw a card. This trigger only once every turn. So just, get some life every turn, as well as put some +1 counters on our card. Pretty awesome. Rancor, some just plus stuff. Was this retriever? This is just a +X with some toxic and stuff. We gotta add some of that toxic in here. Oh, this is a good one. Great finisher card. Basically, if you're near the end of the game, maybe you're in a stalemate, you gotta pay 4 until I'm turning creatures you control, get +1, and gain trample and infect. So anything that doesn't have infect already now has infect, and you just attack all, swing at them. Just do what you can. Some more artifacts that just help be fun. Vicious bite, basically deals damage to somebody, and they get poison counters. Zombie hydra, just because that's zombie in it, I had to throw that in here as well. So +1 counters along the way, and then we gets a poison counter. And people have to sacrifice their stuff. Awesome. And we got a bunch of other infect cards here. Some staples amongst the infect variety. Billie with Skull Weller, Blight Mamba, Contagious Nim. They're not too crazy cards, but I just had to add them because they're awesome. So I added all those guys in here. You can go take a look at that. Hopefully I'll put in a link in the bio or in the description down below for my Architect thing. Then we have a sorcery here. Nuclear Fallout is a fun one for whatever. So gets twice the XX, where X is the rad counters. I don't know. So if you can, proliferate the rad counters up, this is a fun one to add. They're probably not getting too many rad counters, so I guess it's eh. Oh, no, they get rad counters. Oh, and X is how much it costs. Sorry. I reversed what I said. But yeah, pretty solid stuff. And then, of course, we got some VATs and a breakdown just to get some junk tokens and also destroy somebody's artifact or enchantment. So yeah, that's basically this deck. So pretty much it's the Agent Frank Horrigan Proliferate with Infect deck. So go check that out on my Architect, and hopefully you guys are as psyched for Fallout as I am, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.